In today's video I will be playing Muscovy. The Russian region is one of my least played regions in the game, and it's also uncharacteristic for me to play such big nations as Muscovy. We will start with nearly 200 development, where I normally play nations with like 10-20 development OPMs, so it's gonna be a little bit different for me. But let's say I do have a couple tricks up my sleeve, and by the end of this video I plan to have at least 1000 development and make the Muscovy the first greatest nation before 1500s. And let's begin. We are greeted with the event the Tatar Yoke. This means we will be losing some prestige and we will be forced to pay yearly tribute to the Great Horde. So what we want to do is take the province of Sarai from the Great Horde to remove this modifier. So this will be one of our main objectives in the early game, and more about Muscovy. So what makes this nation great is not only the development it has, we also start with the Russian Principality government reform. So this enables Russian government abilities, reduces unrest, regiment costs, increases governing capacity by 200, allows Streltsy infantry special units for Russian nations, and here in the government window we have the Russian abilities. Basically we can reduce local autonomy in provinces, reduce a rebel uprising progress, get infantry combat ability, manpower, and lose war exhaustion. And basically this does not cost anything. We will just regularly be getting some points, and we can even get points through events. We follow the Orthodox religion, so we have the Patriarch authority system, and what we can do at the beginning is get 10% Patriarch authority and get one of the icons. So let's go to our states, concentrate metropolitan, and we're gonna do this in 2 states. And here we go. Basically we can select this icon, and it depends on how you wanna play. At the beginning I really like to select the icon of Saint Nicholas. This will not only help us improve relations with our vassals, which we have 5 of, but also reduces aggressive expansion impact by 10%. It's great in my opinion. And speaking of vassals, so we have 5 of them. We can set them to be supportive, and we can start using them from day 1 for our advantage. And what I mean by this is we're gonna go to the estates window. We're gonna grant +1 mana point privileges for each of the estates. Keep the crownlands at 0%, then we will come back to the subjects view, and basically what I'm gonna do is seize lands from Yaroslav, seize lands from Belozero. Now grant these provinces to Rostov, take them away from Rostov, grant back to Yaroslav, and basically I'ma keep doing this until all the vassals are disloyal. This is the last time I'm seizing lands, granting the province back. Now check this out. If we go over to our estates, skip 1 day, watch the crownlands. We're up to 6.1% crownlands. We can seize lands, and we have 11% and all the +1 mana point privileges. This trick I learned from the EU4 guy, so shout out to him. And you might be worrying about the disloyalty. There is absolutely nothing to worry. We will fix this in the first few years. So now let's go back to our estates and let's complete them. Religious diplomats. For boyars, let's grant supremacy over the crown for additional loyalty for all estates. Indebted to the burgher loans. Burghers bookkeeping. We earn a lot of money through tax in the early game, so I'm also gonna grant +10 tax modifier. And let's make sure our trade is strong and grant economic freedom. Now for Cossacks, I will be granting 2 privileges. It will be recruit Cossack leaders. These are just amazing modifiers right here. And self-governance for additional loyalty. And we're basically done. We can take our diet. Now we want to check if we have a stab cost advisor, and yes, I do have one, so I'm gonna get him, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stab up. If you don't get this advisor, then you can just stab up without him. It's just gonna be just a little bit more expensive. And after doing this, I will go ahead and grant advisor cost privileges for all of the estates. You want to stab up before doing this because these privileges increase stab cost modifier. Now let's take the remaining advisors. I would love to get this trade efficiency guy, but I'll go with improved relations in this case, and I will go with morale of armies. Discipline would also be nice. Now let's pick our rivals, Lithuania, Novgorod, and Denmark in my case. We do start with a really good general, so I will equip him for the 15,000 army, send him here, and I will get another one for this 12,000. 3 shock is actually not too bad, unfortunately no siege pips though. Now we will need a little bit more units, up to our force limit at least, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a grand company. And more about the vassals. Even though they're loyal at this point, since monthtic has not happened yet, we can still get the royal marriages in the first month. So that's what I'm gonna do. Everyone except Pskov, because they are a republic and cannot have royal marriages. Well, that's a way to start. Lose 10 prestige, alright. And here we go, we got our units, so we can complete the first mission, Rally the Army. We have two options. We can get a lot of permaclaims, or we can exchange the permaclaims to non-permaclaims, so they will expire in like 25 years, I believe. And in exchange, we will also get the modifier until the end of the game, giving us +1 diplomat, minus 15% core creation cost, allows claims bordering claims, can claim entire states, and no additional claim cost. So this is an absolute no-brainer. You always want to go for the second option. On the 11th of December, we will be starting our first war. So we have a few potential targets. Tver, which in my case is guaranteed by Novgorod, that's interesting. Then we have Ryazan, which is a tributary of Great Horde, also not really good. Odoyev, and of course Novgorod. So I'm gonna go for the big boy that is guaranteeing Tver. Come here boy, take Novgorod, let's declare. Send this 12k here, this 15k over here. I'm gonna try and carpet siege this region over here. With my 9k, I will try to siege down Novgorod and I will protect this army with my 12k. Now, if all goes well, we can complete this war without a single battle. Well, apart from our vassals being stupid. And in the meantime, what we want to do is start improving relations with all of our vassals. Because after 10 years, we want to start integrating them. Hey, that's really good, plus 10% siege ability. And he's already trying something, so let's be careful, let's go back. Oh, he's going for this army, right. Let's try and consolidate our units. And this worked, he went back to Pskov, so make sure to keep an eye on his army and slowly occupy his whole nation. Yeah, we gotta pay tribute to the Great Horde. Hopefully we will dismantle them soon. And yeah, we can finish the war. We didn't fight a single battle if you don't count these 1k, 2k stacks that I eliminated when he was recruiting them. So this is absolutely perfect. This is gonna be my peace deal. Don't need no cash. Here we go. Now let's make sure to concentrate some development to make coring a little bit cheaper. In early game we will have a lot of problems with admin power, especially considering our ruler has really bad stats and we will have an event where he will be replaced and there is a chance that we are gonna receive an even worse ruler. So alright, let's start coring, root out corruption, and let's go search for our next target. So I gotta say I am quite lucky after all that Novgorod is guaranteeing Tver, because I can start a war versus Tver, co-belligerent Odoyev, and fight Novgorod once again, and instead of this 15 years truce, we can reduce it to 5 years by taking a white peace with them. So that is exactly what I'm gonna do. Come here, Tver, and I will be going for this army right here. We can wipe him out. Yep, let's follow these guys, and they're dead. They're absolutely dead. Look at that. Demolished, my boy. We pretty much just need to stand on their new capital and we can finish that war. That's it, much appreciated Novgorod. Alright, war done, this was very quick. Let's peace out both of these boys. Now I would normally next go for Ryazan, but the situation with them is so weird. They're not only tributary state of Great Horde, but also allied with Novgorod now. So I don't want to start another war versus Novgorod until I can actually co-belligerent them after 5 years. And I'm gonna just skip these guys for now. Instead, I will go straight for the Great Horde. Let's get rid of the Tatar Yoke. And I gotta say, it's quite fortunate that they only allied Uzbek. It's not gonna be a difficult war. The only thing we need to watch out for is fighting them on plain terrain such as steppes, drylands, and so on, because they get a 25% shock damage boost. So if we're gonna fight in their terrains, we need to outnumber them greatly. And because of this reason, I will be keeping my army next to each other in case I need to reinforce. Okay, so I will be fighting this guy at least a little bit. He's recruiting army in front of my nose. Let's try and remove these little stacks. Boom, get on, son. Oh, damn, boy, this is gonna be a big battle. But fortunately, this guy is an absolute traitor and he did not help his buddy out. Now, I believe I can wipe him here. It is steppes, so it's not good for me. But this army is quite far away. I might just make it on time. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Excellent. Oh yes, that's what I like to see, him splitting his units. This is gonna be yet another super easy battle. Come here, boy. Oh yes, we remove the Tatar Yoke and we get +1 stability. Where's your units, buddy? So the only thing that is left for us is to occupy these remaining provinces and go deal with Uzbek. I'm gonna consolidate my army. I'm running very low on manpower. Gonna leave a few units behind, and with the rest of the boys I will just go ahead and move after Uzbek. Oh, come on. Corruption? Seriously? At least it's good timing. We can spend the points and then click this. +1 corruption really hurts though. It's costly. Oh my god, this guy's capital is occupied by the rebels. Priorities, man. He's just spending time in my nation rather than protecting his own country. Alright, I managed to get this guy's capital. And actually, I can still get almost 300 ducats, so this is amazing. Break the Tatar yoke is completed. 50 admin, 50 mill power, and 50 power projection for us. Yeah, these boys nearly got Novgorod. I'm trying to stop them, but we can also finish the war with the Great Horde now. And we can basically take the richest, most important provinces and the provinces that we will need for the missions. There is a slight coalition forming, but Novgorod and Great Horde won't be able to join, and 4 members is not enough to form it, so we are still good. Once again, we're gonna concentrate whatever we can, and looking good, we can actually core everything. Now the only rival that is available is Poland, okay. Right, so we have Crimea, Kazan, we could fight these guys, but I will focus Novgorod and Ryazan at the same time. The truce is expiring in October 1451, after 1 more year. We are actually not doing too bad in terms of money, so I was planning to sell titles and seize lands, but in this case I will just seize. And 20% crownlands is lovely. Now we have a little bit of free time. I'm gonna use it to reduce autonomy in my available provinces. This is gonna boost our economy just a little bit and also increase our government reform progress, which we are slowly getting. Oh, interesting. Crimea is gonna expand. Oh yes, I absolutely love this event, Prospering Times. I will go ahead and invest in better production methods. This will give us 11 development in Luki and 25 base trade power. So from an irrelevant province, this went to a super trading city. I desperately need more units. I'll just go ahead and get this Novgorod company. Alright, here's our truce with Novgorod expired. And at the same time, I can upgrade military technology. So this is perfect. Sweden, 13,000. Okay, understood. So yeah, I will be declaring Novgorod, co-belligerent Ryazan. Great Horde is not joining, they're very busy with Crimea. And Sweden will be protecting them. Actually, that's not too bad. We will break Sweden's alliances, which currently are England and Poland. Super strong alliance set. So alright, let's roll, let's kill these boys. Actually, you can go help my boys in Novgorod. Now that's you don't frequently see such a huge Crimea. They left Great Horde with 1 province, oh god. Alright, here we go, full annexation of Ryazan. And we have completed the mission Consolidate Russia. Now I'm not gonna click this yet. There is an event that happens earlier or later which replaces your ruler. So I don't wanna risk losing this modifier. Come here, Sweden. I'm not afraid of your zero shock ruler. This is amazing. Let's go straight for Stockholm. And there we have it, that was quick. Let me grab a few ducats of them. Break alliance with England, Poland, thank you. Looks like Novgorod is eliminated from the game. Goodbye. Alright, another mission is completed. Invade Novgorod. Claim on Ruthenia, Estonia, Livonia, Koronia areas. And a really nice boost to the province of Novgorod. Wonderful. The time has come to start annexing our lovely vassals. Annex Rostov. Let's go for Belozero and Yaroslav as well. Now another thing we want to do is make sure that we don't miss out on taking the privilege Boyar's integration policy. But this guy was a bit disloyal, disable divert trade. And we have a bit too many forts, don't really need the one in Luki. Let's go. Right, the devastation in Astrakhan is down, so this fort also gotta go. It's about time we replace our older loans. Might take one new one. Get rid of the remaining 1% ones. And these new burger loans are much larger, which means we can pay off the one that we had with 4% and we're basically rich. Oh yes, please. 15 government reform progress, morale of armies and mill technology cost until 1480. This is insane. Both of these options are really good, but the first one in my opinion is much better. And one by one I am integrating my vassals, so I am currently integrating the last 3. You know what, the Catholic aggressive expansion is basically non-existent. After I finish this annexation of Yaroslav, I will be going for Levonian order, as we do have claims on them. And I'm having trouble finishing this agenda, so what I'm gonna do is just take exempt from bureaucracy for Cossacks. Click this, it's auto-completed, we gain 50 admin. And this also increases our estate's loyalty, so we can summon the Diet once again, sell titles, seize lands, and there is no rebels. With the money that I just got, I will go ahead and start upgrading some trade centers. That is it. I will be declaring on Livonian, and Teutonic Order is not even joining, so this is nice. Let's go, boys. And here is the event that I was previously talking about, which will replace our ruler. It's a bit weird that it happened so late for me, but here we go. Our ruler goes into exile, we lose some monthly points, which is really bad, and prayers up that he's gonna have decent stats. That is not really decent. At least I got something. Siege ability, thank you. Hey, that's a really good trade though. How about we get some Streltsy units now? Those are really good land fire damage and fire damage received bonuses. Only 5 of them available unfortunately, but I'm gonna get max since my manpower is more healthy at this point. Alright, your time's up, Crimea. We're gonna declare for Voronezh. Not gonna co-belligerent Kazan, don't really wanna fight these boys. So the plan is to just break Kazan's alliances this war. March! Not the ideal spot to fight, but I'm really outnumbering him. His general is not that good, so I'm gonna beat him. Oh my goodness, what the hell is happening with Hungary? This is not something you see every day. Fight in Poland, Lithuania, Wallachia, Herzegovina, Ottomans, Bohemia, half of Europe, and the Ottomans. Safe to say they won't be existing in a couple of years. Yeah, Crimea got wrecked. Decent heir, he's okay. And this war is finally done. I can vassalize Riga. It's a really good vassal to have. And the aggressive expansion is not that high, you know. There we go. If you have played Riga, which probably most of you have done because it was updated in the previous DLC, you might know that there is this mission in their mission tree, develop our city. So this mission makes them an insane province, and it can be done if Riga owns less than 6 provinces. So I don't really want to fully core Livonian order myself. I don't really have the admin points. Because of this, after my wars are done, I will be granting 4 provinces to Riga. So just for now, I am full annexing them because I cannot transfer these provinces right now. I'm gonna concentrate this, core Estonia area, and core Koronia, but a whole state of Venden will go to Riga. Oh yeah, we can complete the mission window on the west, trade efficiency, shipbuilding time, and even more claims. Oh good lord, what the hell is happening? 27,000 particularists. Yeah, I have just finished annexing my last subject. It's only 1459 and we look like this. Not too bad. And the rule of Dmitry event is happening. So we can remove this boy and spawn 20 rebels. Or we can demand our ruler to stay exiled and get 20 legitimacy. So my previous ruler is actually worse than what we have right now, and because of this I'm gonna select the second option. And now finally it's time to consolidate Russia. Hey, we can also complete the subjects of Muscovy, 100 Diplo and 5 prestige. So this guy gotta go. Very good. Okay, so Kazan, please break alliances. Now the only thing is left to occupy Crimea's capital, and that's it. Perfect. Now what do we need? Alright, we will need these provinces right here, the Crimea's starting provinces. I will also take my war goal and basically just block this little state from Lithuania. Yeah, now this is a bit more painful. I still have truces with Sweden and with Kazan, so there's still like 7 nations that will join the coalition. I guess I can do this, but I need to instantly search for some alliances after this war. Otherwise, there is a risk. So yes, I will take this peace deal. Now, let's start granting provinces to our vassal Riga. There we go. Overextension is just fine. The only thing I don't like is the governing capacity. So I will grant one more privilege to the patriarchs, which will be 100 governing capacity. Concentrate a little bit of development. And alright, now we can actually start courting this. New rivals, Sweden, and these options don't really influence much a lot, but I can go for someone like England. Yeah, we do have a looming disaster, it's the Civil War, but it will stop once we no longer have overextension, so it's no big deal. Otherwise, you know, we can just stop it by having 75 legitimacy, which is also gonna happen relatively soon. Alliances time, so we can go for someone like Bohemia. They hate Poland, which is a plus for us. Unfortunately, there was no chance of me allying Austria. Would have gone for that. And Hungary is just melting over here, so there's no reason to ally them. Basically, no one in the Middle East wants to ally us. There's really just limited options. Denmark is a possibility as well. I guess they would not be too bad of an alliance. And I will be trying to ally Burgundy eventually. Let's reduce autonomy. It's been rising like crazy. And let's prepare for the war versus Sweden. Truce is expiring in July. I'm concentrating another metropolitan, and now I will be changing my icon. I will be going for construction cost. It's time to build some temples. This one's paying a lot. And now it's time to take our claims from Sweden, because the truce has expired. Fortunately, this time their alliances are not as nearly impressive like England and Poland, I'm pretty sure they had. Now it's just Oldenburg, Friesland and Wolgast. Piece of cake, as they say. I am interested in getting some barks. Let's build a few of those. Oh, Sweden, you're in big trouble, my friend. And that is a wipe. Yeah, please give me manpower, lose war exhaustion as well. We can reduce the uprising. Wolgast wants to end the war. Fine by me. There you go, buddy. I did manage to get a royal marriage with Burgundy, but France is taking an advantage of the situation because they don't really have any good alliances at this moment. So Burgundy is probably gonna decrease in size quite a lot. So I guess I have quite a few Diplo slots remaining. I could also get an alliance with Austria at this point. They are friendly after all. So in this war from Sweden, I am taking all the provinces on which I have claims on, 480 ducats and war reparations. I feel that's a fair deal. So right now we can click this mission, Conquest of Finland, and this allows us to release Finland as a personal union and gives access to Hekapelita cavalry. So I have played Finland in the previous patch and I do have a video for it. This mercenary group is absolutely insane. They have crazy shock and crazy movement speed. But honestly, as Muscovy, it's not gonna matter as much because in no time we will have insanely large armies anyways. I don't really want Finland to occupy my Diplo slot. So because of this, I will reject this idea. While we don't have many ships, our naval doctrine is super cheap, only 25 ducats. So this one is not too bad, yearly navy tradition and navy leader shock. But I'm gonna go for the El Clasico ship trade power plus 33%. Alliance with Austria. Yes, please, Denmark, share Renaissance to us. Desperately needed at this point. Tier 2 government reform is ready. I will be going for the classic 10% manpower. Alright, at last our truce with Kazan is over. It's time to eliminate them and Crimea for once and for all. Yeah, it's not going well for this guy. Just started the war and eliminated nearly 9,000 of his units. Seriously, could not have asked for an easier war. And gets stack wiped. Crimea was not co-belligerent, I don't care. Full annexation, don't wanna see them no more. From Kazan, we have to make sure we take their gold mine. And basically just a couple more provinces to subjugate Kazan. And so my peace deal is gonna look like this. We will gain a conquistador with 40 tradition, missionary strength and lots of claims. I guess this guy's not too bad. The nice thing about him, of course, is that conquistadors we can send to terra incognita areas and discover them. So we don't need to steal maps, we don't need to request nations to share maps and so on. Oh, Denmark broke the alliance. What the hell? Why would they take this province right here? That's so interesting. I don't mind it. Oh, let's go. The last jousting tournament. Insanely good. Wait, what? Am I dreaming or Burgundy even expanded? Well, they certainly did not lose any cores. Anyways, that is my new alliance for sure. So yeah, we can embrace Renaissance at this point. I will exchange my burger loans. These ones are gonna grant us a lot of cash, which is enough to embrace it. Let's take level 6 military. And we're gonna be left with 8 loans. I fought Kazan just on time because I just lost the claims. 25 years have passed since the start of the game. I'm quite happy with what I took so far from the claims. And alright, I took some time off, dealt with the rebels. There's still a few factions that's gonna spawn, but honestly I have quite a large army which is gonna deal with them. And in the meantime, Uzbek is super easy of a war. He's still level 4. It doesn't matter that he has 30,000 soldiers, they're paper thin. Can even go to the ledger and compare our quality. Look at that, man, he has 2.34 morale. So if you're ever scared of AI or indecisive if you want to attack them or not, I recommend checking the ledger, because sometimes you can get insane bonuses from your missions, from events and so on, and have more than double morale than what your enemy has, which means you're gonna destroy them. And okay, I have a few claims on them. I'm gonna go and declare. Our first age ability is ready, Justified Wars. And the nice thing about fighting Uzbek is that he has provinces in another continent, in Tartary continent. So once we take at least one province, we will be able to enable our golden era. Oh damn, these bonuses are not too bad at all, and 8k manpower. But honestly, I'm having some troubles with estate loyalty, and I don't really need cavalry cost, I don't use much of it. I'll rather get 5 legitimacy and some patriarch authority. Hey, we can complete the Muscovite Civil War, because we don't have rebels, we have 80 legitimacy, and we went through the event chain for the Civil War. National unrest and some yearly legitimacy, it's not too bad. You know, this heir is also decent, but total points are 9. And that is not enough to complete this next mission, which is why I'm gonna go and disinherit them. Unbelievably, the Ottomans are not doing too well this game. 51k, level 5 military. Karaman and Ramazan still exist in 1471. They are currently fighting the Mamluks, which can go either way really, because the Mamluks are equally as strong. I really hope the Mamluks destroy the Ottomans for once. That would be funny. Finally, after years of research, we have our first idea group. And I have a plan. To get super rich, I'm gonna take quantity ideas first because I have excess mill points. Next, I plan to go perhaps into religious or trade. And either way, the third idea group will also be trade or religious. And this means we will have 10% goods produced policy from religious and trade, 15% goods produced from quantity and trade, and even 10% morale of armies from quantity and religious. So all in all, this should provide basically the military support to have huge armies, and we're gonna build a huge trading empire. Alright, another insane bonus. Morale of armies or siege ability. Honestly, I have strong armies, let's go with the siege. Oh no, come on bro, come excited. Why always me, bro? Yeah, so this is my peace deal, 470 ducats and this weird line. And I'm gonna show you why I'm taking this line exactly just in a second. So check this out. Month has passed, now we can start our golden era. Awesome. Might as well start taking quantity ideas as they're cheaper now. Now let's go over to our diplomacy, create a subject, and there's a bunch of new vassals that we can release. Most importantly, Sibir, Kazakh, and Transoxiana. With these vassals, we have insane amount of cores. Some of them we cannot even see, but you know, Transoxiana's borders. So yeah, next war versus Uzbek and the wars afterwards versus the Persian nations will be juicy. Oh god, it's only 1475 and I realized that we are close to our goal of 1000 development. With that being said, I will be starting a war versus Nogai. Not a reconquest, even though they own some Kazakh cores. These cores I will leave for later on. We basically want to dismantle them completely because for this mission we need Kazan and Nogai not to exist. So it's gonna take 2 or 3 wars. It should be 2 wars, 175%. Ajam and Chagatai. That is completely fine, don't care about these boys. Let's roll. Oh man, I just love having this conquistador. We can go through anything. You don't want none of this Ajamski boy, believe me. That's it. It's time to stop running around like a brainless chicken, Chagatai. Or what is the saying? Headless chicken, yeah. Hey, that is an insane advisor. Let's go, man. Grab me alone and let's get him right now. I managed to take down Ajam's capital, but before piecing them out, I have another plan in mind. And the plan is to declare on Gazimuk. Ajam is not gonna join. Let's take them out. Gonna be super easy. Get out of here, fool. And you boys are not gonna unsiege anything. I'm unhappy with your decisions. So I will have to request you to move the hell out. Here's my level 7 military. And here's a dead Nogai. Unfortunately, we lost the claims on the Lithuanian provinces. Oh well, they were not that important, and it's not easy to defeat Lithuania because they're under Poland this game, which is doing insanely well by the looks of it. Oh my god. Is this the end of Ottomans? They're still level 5 military. Apparently they did win the war versus the Mamluks, but barely took anything. And even though Poland is one of my rivals, this is still beautiful to see all the Balkan Ottomans area being fully occupied like this. Good job, man. Good job. I occupied Chagatai's capital. Not much more is required to piece them out. These occupations should be enough. And Bohemia is once again elected as the HRE Emperor. They were the Emperor before as well. Super weird game in Europe. Oh my goodness, even Iberia is occupied by France here. Alright, Chagatai is out. So these were a couple of really nice wars. I'll take this full annexation of Gazimuk. Ajam, I would just like you to break alliance with Nogai and give me full money. No mercy, Nogai. Give me all of these provinces. Claim the steppes. Conquistador with 80 tradition this time, 100 admin, and once again, bunch of claims. Pretty much don't have any loan problems. 6 loans remaining, with 5 of them being 1% ones. And I have so much manpower at this point that I no longer need any mercenaries. When I thought that this run could not get any better, we just formed a personal union with Burgundy. Most important things to point out, they have 42,000 soldiers, so it's an insane personal union to have. And they even have claims on France, and in this area we have 0 aggressive expansion. So we can just go ham, declare on France, call in Austria and let Burgundy do its work, and basically just feed as many provinces as we can to them before annexing them. Or, you know, there's always a possibility that that horse event will happen and we will get the annexation of Burgundy instantly for free. I swear to God, this is insane. He's cheating, guys, he's cheating, oh my god. We can go to the achievements, we can open the console, and we can write anything here. Manpower, please give me manpower. We cannot do this because this is an Ironman game. And this save file will also be available to my patrons and channel members. So if you would like to have it, consider becoming a patron or a channel member. The links will be in the description. I could kiss that horse, inherit Burgundy. I guess there goes my plans of feeding them provinces, but I'll take it. Holy crap, man. This is insane. I know that you can Alt F4 and get this event yourself if someone else gets Burgundy, but I swear to God this was my first try, I did not need to do that. And yeah, basically I did not have that many temples, but I suppose Burgundy did. Yeah, they had quite a lot of temples here in the Netherlands area. And because of that we completed the mission Land of Churches. So there's a lot of crazy bonuses that we can choose from basically, depending on the icon that we select. And to be honest, I think I have the best icon right now. Technology cost and idea cost, that is really useful. But for now I will keep this mission. I really want to use it when I unlock the second idea. Or I will take it just right before taking the level 7 admin. So then we can use it to its max potential. Oh god, man, I'm crazy above my force limit now. And gov capacity is kinda ruined because of this. Yes, so we cannot even build courthouses. I suppose the only thing really we can do right now is spend some reform progress to get more governing capacity. We could unstate some stuff, I suppose. And I guess the goal is achieved. We have more than 1000 development. 1420. 420, boys, blaze it. And if we go to the ledger, economy, income comparison, total, we are the richest country in the world. It's only 1480. And this 46 ducat income is nothing crazy, you know. By 1500s we can easily at least double it. And I gotta say this is a bit too overwhelming to continue right now. And the video has been going for quite a while. What I have planned for the next video, if I will continue this campaign, is to move my capital to another subcontinent. So we would probably move it to one of these provinces in Finland or Sweden. This would allow us to assign all of our previous provinces here in Novgorod trade node, Astrakhan, Crimea, Kazan, and eventually even Persia once we expand here, to the trade companies, get crazy amount of merchants. I believe right now we would get 4 additional merchants even at this point, and that alone would increase our income crazily. I might need to delete some units, because inheriting 42 units at once is a bit crazy, and we're losing a lot of money because of that right now. But yeah, before doing all of this, I would still really would like to rush for level 7 admin, and don't worry about the idea groups at the same time. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. And yeah, I am willing to continue this game, but only if you guys would like to see it. So you have to let me know in the comments. You have to like the video if you would like to see the second part. And I don't exactly know when this video will be posted. It will be close to the New Year's, I believe. So if the video does well and there's enough interest for the second part, you could be seeing it early 2024. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. And I want to say a huge thank you for supporting the channel on Patreon to Voino.